Hello, one and all. I am Roseprincessmitia of final level, and this is a little bonus recording that we're going to be doing. This is it's a story chapter book based on the My Little Pony Princess collection. It is called Princess Celestia and the Royal Rescue by G.M. Barrow. A weird name. Okay, so it's got 14 chapters. There's even a special surprise, but I won't tell you because it's a surprise. No spoilers. Okay, chapter 1: Sunrise over Canterlot. The sunlight dappled across the castle floor in the multicolored shards, softening the appearance of checkered stones. The gentle haze of daybreak had always been Princess Celestia's favourite time, not just because she was in charge of raising the sun. To her, the dawn was a peaceful and quiet promise of things to come. The activities of an exciting day still lay ahead of all the ponies in the land. Today would be a beautiful sunrise. Celestia turned to the sun and focused her magic. She watched the progression of the golden orb climbing higher into the sky, turning her attention back to the pattern projected onto the floor, with the focused care of an artist creating a grand masterpiece. Wow. Even though this picture was one that the princess had painted the same way each morning for 100 moons. God, that must be boring. 100 moons? She gave it to the same care every single day, which it was her honour and duty. The pieces of stained glass set in the centre of the main window arch depicted Equestria's newest princess, and especially a talented young scholar named Princess Twilight Sparkle. The new ruler and her 5 best pony friends and dragon assistant, whose images were immortalized in glass as well. Not technically turned into glass. That's what you're thinking. And had protected Equestria from peril. On more than one occasion, they now nobly sought to spread the true spirit of the elements of harmony, and in turn the magic of friendship across its lands. Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Pinkie Pie, Applejack, Fluttershy, and Spike had come a long way since they'd all become friends. Celestia beamed with pride whenever the young heroes graced her thoughts, or when their image in the window caught her eye. A prominent piece of purple glass in the window cast a glow in the shape of a star on the centre tile on the floor, signalling that the morning process was almost complete. Celestia closed her almond-shaped eyes, and dark lashes pressed in stark contrast gaze with her white cheekbones. She mustered every inch of strength in her body. Excuse me. She felt herself glisten with magical energy from the bottom and gilded. Guide. I can't say that one. Sorry. Hooves to the edges of her flowing mane of lavender, pale green, and periwinkle blue, and bursting out the very tip of her long pale horn. When Celestia opened her eyes and the sun reached its highest peak of its arc in the sky, the world was bright. Gratius ad solus autumn, the princess recited as she bowed deeply to the sun. Thank you for allowing me to guide, and thank you for another day of light. Beautifully done, sister. Thank you, Luna. Celestia smiled without turning around. I did think that sunrise was particularly smooth. 'Twas indeed. Princess Luna stifled a yawn as she stepped forward. to meet her elder sister. The contrast of rich velvety darkness of Luna's blue coat next to Celestia's pale pearly complexion was stark. It mirrored the colours of the skies that are each watched over, light and dark, night and day. The sisters were not so different, in addition to raising the sun and the moon. They both ruled over Equestria, protecting its inhabitants from harm. You seem more exhausted than usual, Luna. Celestia frowned her brow in concern as her sister yawned. Was the night not tranquil? I must confess, Luna offered the deep exhale. I'm feeling the effects of last night most threatened. She pointed her hoof towards the eastern window of the throne room. Peril on the coast. The coast? Tell me, sister, Celestia urged. What happened? Is there anything I need to attend onto this day? Celestia tried to remain calm as she spoke her words. Perhaps it was because she'd had 100 moons of experience dealing with crises under a crown, or perhaps she knew that panicking was the quickest way to derail a solution. Deep breaths and a steady voice were the key. Allow us to maintain a calm composure, and those around who would follow suit. Princess Luna shook her head. Her dark flowing mane blowed her sister from her sides to side, around the sides of her face. It was just a manticore disturbance on the coastline, she explained, lifting her hoof towards the east. I was able to reason with them until the chronicus showed up. He came out of nowhere. She raised her brow in the middle of it with a mild expression. Luna was tough, so she signalled to her sister that the disaster was then that she had been recounted. Celestia stiffened. A conicus again? She said with a frown, picturing the beast in her mind. The giant crab species were the size of small buildings that could be quite temperamental, but they were also gentle and understanding. A pony just had to know how to talk to them, to use kindness. Fluttershy there. There have been far too many disturbances for my likings as of late. Perhaps I should not go to Monocolt after all. And I'll just head to Horseshoe Bay and sister, no. Luna stepped to block Celestia's path to the door. Her face grew stern. You must keep your promise to Duchess Diamond Waves. You're the only pony who can help her, correct? She seems to believe that the students at her magic school need your help. Celestia bit her lip and reconsidered. It was a struggle for her to replenish responsibilities of Equestria by leaving the capital. Even more of a struggle to let down her old friend in her hour of need. Finally, Celestia nodded. You're right. I must go to her. With any luck, I'll have the students in Monocolt back on track within the few rays of the sun. Celestia glided towards the balcony again. Luna stood beside her. Both princesses watched over her stirrings and waking of the city below in silent reverence. Canterlot ponies were just beginning to fill the cobblestone paths. A pair of royal guards in their golden armour trotted towards the castle, their blue feathered helmets, plumes bobbing up and down as they stepped in time. Across the main plaza, a milk pony making his rounds and placing glass bottles and cream in front of each cafe and residence. On the other side, a group of rambunctious colts and fillies trotted together and giggling and teasing each other. Celestia smiled to herself as she watched never say that word. Her young unicorn students were vivacious. bright as the sun and bursting with talent. What could be so different about the students at Diamond Ways Academy? She wondered. Whatever the reason for their struggle, Princess Celestia was about to find out, and she'd be lying if she was intrigued by the adventure. And that is all for now. Ta-ta!